Hello everybody, my name is Tameirão. I'm here at the Brazilian Unity of Broward. I'm very happy to be here. This right here in my hands is the script that I'm following. This is all improvisation. We don't lie to you, of course, just for me to keep up with what I'm supposed to say. We'll work here as a little MacGuffin, which is to keep your attention. It's a term in cinema that we use usually to keep your attention, but doesn't really mean anything. Which, by the way, is my major, cinema. So it's everything to do with what I want to do, so it makes perfect sense, right? So, why did I pick Broward, Brazil? Well, it's actually a funny story. I was driving around the city, and back in high school, I knew that I wanted to go to a college that was different, that offered me interesting opportunities for me to do what I want to do and to help me find the best pathway to do what I want to do, right? It's a cliche story, but it's true. So, and I think somebody told me, or I heard it on the radio, I don't remember exactly, that there was this new American university that, was constructing a base here in Brazil, for Brazilian students to go study abroad eventually. And I found that very interesting, but I didn't really think too much about it because, well, it felt like it was a little bit out of reach, when you think about an American university. But then I was driving around a beautiful day such as this one right here. It's a little bit of a sunlight. I was driving around the city near my neighborhood, and for some reason I turned around and looked out of the window and I saw this big billboard. And it was the name of this college, this American college, Broward College. It was right there. And I realized that, oh, it's in my neighborhood. It's like right next to me. Why don't I take a shot? And then, well, I did, and trying to understand exactly what was their plan, And I was very interested with their model, which is you stay 2 years here, and then you complete the other 2 years in your major abroad. They help you with the transferring all of these things that are important. And I was very interested, but I think what exactly got me here to stay here and study here was the style of the teachers and the classes that were very interesting, and specifically the freedom that the teachers have to construct their own courses, right? I think that's the differential to me, because it's funny, the thing that I found out or rediscovered when I got in Broward, and I think this gets to our third point, which is what I think of the quality, the academic quality, is that I learned that it's fun to learn new things, and to study, and it's not exactly something that should be unbearable to you, even if it has nothing to do with what you want to do with your life. It's interesting to have these knowledges and to develop these knowledges, and I learned that here, and that for me was great, even for my self-esteem. I was never the best student in school, in high school, but at Broward here I'm doing very well in my grades, and I think that's much to do with the support that I get from the college, which is a beautiful thing. And there's a sense of community that comes from that is particularly beautiful, and it's not the type of thing that you usually get in, well, I don't want to say normal colleges, but colleges here in Brazil, and that's a thing that attached me too much to this college right here. Apart from the fact that, well, it's very beautiful here. It's a place where you can, get with your friends and, get to know people, and even different people. So that's very interesting. It's a very interesting experience. All right, fourth point. Well, I think I answered the fourth point, which is, how do I think that Broward has supported me on this journey? Well, remembering me that it's always important for me to learn and to pursue knowledge and, to have this basis so I can move on with my life with what I want to do. I think that's a very important thing, because in the end, I don't think it's really much about the subjects themselves that we learn. Maybe if you're a student and you look at, for example, a chemistry course, which is the one I'm having right now, and you say, oh, well, but I don't want to do anything to do with chemistry, so why do I have to do this? But it's really not the point. The point is understanding that there's something there that's interesting for you to learn in terms of a cognitive development. And that's very interesting. That's what you need, right? That's why these subjects that we're having in this first 2 years in your country are supposed to give you a formative base. And so far, to me, it's worked very well. It's have given me a great base to understand my own capacities and to learn what I'm capable of, and to then travel abroad with what I want to do, which is the goal anyway. And what are my plans after Broward? Well, study cinema. Well, find a good college that is good for me, and helps me to get where I want to be, which is to work with cinema, if possible in Brazil, but if not, work with cinema in general, to make my own movies and to disseminate the spectacle of cinema, which I believe to be possibly very positive to anybody who likes it. So yeah, I believe that's it.